Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Come back again with me. My name is Irfan Mahtarami and still on my channel. Okay, today I'm gonna tell you something that is several my experiences about the ESP class, especially ESP that lectured by Mr. Fitri Kurniawan. And the question number one is what you have learned in ESP class so far. Actually, and basically, ESP class is my opinion before I joined the ESP class. Basically, I already do this, but I don't know what actually ESP class itself. But after I joined the ESP class, based from Mr. Fitri Kurniawan, lectured by Mr. Fitri Kurniawan, I already know that actually ESP is really, really important. Really important for especially us as a English language teacher in the future, that ESP, that learning English is not basically from the book itself, or it's not only based from the syllabus, it's not only from the school, from the education itself, no. But yes, learning English is really very wide side, and that we can go inside there, and that is more potential for us to have a career inside there. And then the question number two is what your opinion about the ESP class. In ESP class, especially based from the Mr. Fitri Kurniawan, lectured by Mr. Fitri Kurniawan, ESP class really, really enjoyable, and the class is so funny, especially as you can see that Mr. Fitri has the characteristic, really funny characteristic, and I really love it. And from the explanation, from the material itself, I totally like with the method that Mr. Fitri Kurniawan used to handle the class. So I think the class is really enjoyable. And question number three. What do you think about the YouTube use in ESP class, subject by Mr. Fitri? YouTube use. This is the method that not all of the lecture used to use this one kind of this media. As you can see that YouTube is a media, social media that's really very nowadays several people or many people use this to get some information. And when the method of this YouTube or the method of YouTube itself is application in the class itself, I think it's really 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 excellent. Because when I based from my experience, because when I already have said and I shared to the YouTube itself, like what Mr. Fitri Kurniawan says, when you already say it, maybe a little bit or much thing what you say will be remembered on your brain, and that is actually take it on my head and my brain itself, because I already said and I already share it to YouTube itself. And the last question, number 4. What is your hope and expectation about the ESP subject? I wish in the ESP class itself, I can be more learn how to make a learning course or something like this, because in the future I especially I wanted to be an English teacher. So because of this one kind of this subject, ESP itself, it's give me more wide sight for me to see the future from the English teacher itself. It's not based only in the school, it's not only teach in the school, it's not only a learning course, but it also for the professional people, especially the people who are wanted to get a job, and they wanted to support the job using the English. This is our place to get a career inside this place. Okay, I think it's enough for me. Thanks for attention. This is the 4 questions that I have said. Number 1 is because it's really enjoyable. Number 2 is the ESP itself, and number 1 the ESP is what we could get the ESP class. Number 2 is the experience in the class. The class is really enjoyable. Number 3, the method from the YouTube itself, that is really helpful from the learner to learning, especially in English, based from my experience. And the last is I wish in ESP class it can create more professional teacher, and can create more, and it can make the English teacher, especially in the future, especially as the student in University of Muhammadiyah Surakarta in DEE, we can be more proud with ourselves, because English is not just on the school, but it's also in for the professional side. I think it's enough for me. Thank you for attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.